I tried every youth ministry social media pack that exists, or at least that I could find through a quick Google search, and this is what I found out. Now here's the thing, I'm going to be evaluating based on ease, personalization, reels and shorts, and cost, and we're gonna see who goes and takes the cake. So I have 7 different social media packs. I want you to stick around to the end because I do believe I have uncovered and I've found the best social media pack for youth ministries in the world. Let's go. Okay, so this first one here that I found, again, just remember, a quick, simple Google search. I found Life.Church, which is their open platform. It is free, which is amazing. But one of the things I noticed when I actually clicked in on it was that it just very simply was a standard quick graphic pack. So this isn't even really a social media pack as much as it is some social media images to post to your social media. So ease, it's a 10, like it's free and you can grab it. But if you want to edit it, like if you want to put your actual student ministry, like students and pictures on there, like it's maybe like a 1 because it's just JPEGs. Like there's not even a Photoshop file or a Canva graphic that you can swap out their pictures with your own pictures. So if you want to just post what they have, we'll give it a 10. But like, let's just put it at a 5. And then the personalization touch, because you can't edit it, it's a 1. Like you can't. It's not your youth ministry at all, unless maybe you put your like youth ministry logo just in the corner somewhere. So we're just gonna stick that at 1. Reels and shorts, it's a 0. There's no reels and shorts here. It's graphic. It's picture. And then finally, cost. We're gonna give it a 10. On cost, which means it's cheap. So high on the cost meter, which means that it was free. So the total score for Life.Church is 15 out of 40. The next one is the DYM monthly pack. And so kind of the story of how I found this is I've been a DYM member now for probably going on 10 years. And DYM, like I actually just yesterday was on a video call with 4 different people who all essentially said something along the lines of the DYM membership is the best youth ministry value that exists on the internet. And you know what? They're right. Gold, Gold Plus, and Platinum, they are all incredible deals. I myself am a Platinum member, and a part of the DYM monthly pack is a social media pack that they give out every single month. And so from an ease standpoint, I'm going to give it like an 8. It gives you a post for every single day of the month, and it gives you a monthly posting calendar. So if you just follow their posting calendar, it's easy to go. Now, you do have to schedule it yourself or post it yourself. So that's why it's not a 10 on ease, because you do have to have at least a little bit of infrastructure and tools to be able to post it. Personalization, I'm going to give it a 3, and here's why. Any of the just like kind of like standard graphics, like there's not really personalized. However, they do include some story graphics where you can post like stickers with polls or questions or comments or multiple choice. And so therefore you are at least able to do a little bit of interaction and engagement. So there is a personalization. It did get a 0 though on Reels and Shorts because it's not a Reels and Shorts based package. It is a graphics based package. And this is really important. And out of the 4, this might be one of the most important ones from a social media standpoint. Now, from a youth pastor standpoint, maybe ease or maybe cost is the most important, but Reels and Shorts videos, that is really, really important on social media in 2026. And then also cost, I'm going to give it like a 6. And it's a complicated one because you can't actually get this pack standalone. You have to be a member. So the membership is expensive, and I wouldn't get the membership if your only goal is to get this social media. But I would get the membership because there's a million other amazing opportunities and a million other amazing resources found in there. So it's behind the Gold Plus, or Platinum paywall. So to be completely fair, that is, like I said, the best deal in the history of youth ministry. It's $24.74 a month if you pay on the annualized version of gold, or it's $29.99 if you pay monthly. Platinum is $83.25 a month, or $1,000 a year. And again, $1,000 a year for this social media pack. Not the best deal in youth ministry, but when you throw in National Day of Volunteer Youth Ministry Training, free ticket to the DYM 100 roundtables, a whole year of co-leader and their annual curriculum, like, bro, yes. Games, store credit, mystery items, parent resources. Now we're talking. It really is the best deal in the history of youth ministry. So total score for the youth ministry DYM monthly social pack, I'm going to give it like a 17 out of 40. The youth ministry drop, this is a new one, and shout out to the youth ministry drop. Your SEO is cooking. Your email, like I'm getting emails from you, like that is amazing. Here's what I noticed though. This is behind a paywall. All right. So I'm going to give it the cost. I'm going to give it an 8. It's $15 a month. You get more than just a social media pack. The ease, I'm going to give it an 8 as well. It's got ready to go graphics and videos. The personalization is like a 2. You can probably add some like stickers and stuff like that, just like the DYM pack to like stories. But this is the first one now that I am going to give a 5. So a more than 0 on Reels and Shorts, because if you look in the description here, it offers not just graphics, but also videos. And this is the first pack that does include some videos so far that we've looked at. And so $15 a month is a great deal. Also, you get more, like I said, in this than just the social media pack. And so I didn't pay for it because I don't have any money for these videos. And so you can subscribe to this video for me, and that will actually help a lot, or give it a like, or show us some love down in the comments, or better yet, head on over to my Patreon, where I give a weekly bonus podcast episode recapping my night in youth ministry. So I can't be like Ryan Trahan and pay for all of the bits in my video, but hopefully soon I can. So go ahead, do those things, subscribe, head over to Patreon. That'd be amazing. Total score for this, I'm going to give it a 23 out of 40. Moving on to the fourth one, we have the Sunday Social. Now here's how I found it, because when I Google search, Sunday Social didn't come up. This is a church-wide platform. It's not just built for student ministry. The last ones were all just kind of built for student ministry, but this one is a little bit different. This was made kind of for the rest of the church. And so therefore, I knew about it, and I went and I found it. It didn't find me on my search. But here's what I noticed, like ease, I'm going to give it a 9. It looks like it has more powerful tools than the other ones that we've used so far. The other ones, like here is a graphic, and then this has like a scheduler and like an editable template, and like it's all kind of like web-based. And so this looks like it's got like some real meat, some real effort behind some of these tools. The personalization, I'm gonna give it like a 3. If you look here, like there are 3 different kind of tiers. So there's just a standard pack, then there's the editable add-on, and so that's going to be a little bit more expensive. So it exists, but it's not in at the base package. And then same thing with the Reels and Shorts. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5. It does have an option there to add in the Reels and Shorts add-on, but again, now with the personalization plus the Reels and Shorts, now we've added on quite a bit. That ends up getting it to be, I'm going to give it a 6 on cost, because it's about $50 a month. And so if you are a church-wide social media manager, $50 a month might be within your wheelhouse. In a youth ministry context where it's just social media and it's just these graphics, and still the personalization doesn't necessarily mean your face, your voice, your people, and your pictures. It only if you're able to do that in an editable software like Canva or Photoshop, but it's not your actual like pastor, coming on and doing devotionals and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and give this a 23 out of 40. The next one I noticed were some videos here, which, oh, hey, look at that one. I know that guy. But Brady, Shearer, and Alexander Mills on their Pro Church Tools podcast, and also Nucleus, which is their brand for like websites and media. They have social media and options in there. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But I found Brady back in 2016, back when the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Warriors in the NBA Finals. I just remember that year because my son was born, and apparently that's when I found Brady. But what I noticed is that Brady he's goated on this stuff. Like, he is the man, and I trust everything he says. And to be completely fair, I really started this podcast because I believe so much in what Brady said, and I wanted to make that clear and available for youth ministries. He talks about youth ministries. In fact, this video right here that I discovered is a video that he talks about how to do social media for youth ministry, but he does it like once a year, and I talk about it every single week. And so I've listened to this podcast before, and there's a bunch of different chapters, and he had a couple philosophies behind what to do. So the first thing is he wants it to be student driven, which, by the way, I actually have an entire checklist and episode linked down below about how you can have a student driven and student run social media where you don't actually have to lift much of a finger. And the second is show, don't tell, right? So like, get on there and actually show them what it's like to be in your youth ministry. Don't just tell them what it's like to be a part of your youth ministry. And then these were all ideas that he had. So mic up a kid, which, by the way, he gave this idea, and I went ahead and stole it. And so you can see the video of when we mic'd up a kid in our youth ministry. Talked about using disposable cameras and kind of that vintagey look, creating broadcast channels for communication and just community and conversation, doing like a live performance, using like the live feature natively woven into some of these social media platforms. And then finally, Bible trivia, which sneak peek, my winter seasonal social media pack has a Bible trivia one. But then you got to know that he has, like I said, he has a platform called Nucleus Social. So this is what I'm going to be, that was just his video. Like, here's some ideas how to run it, but his actual social media pack, once again, similar to Sunday Social, made for big church, like social medias, not just youth ministry social medias. I'm going to give it a 9. It has some more powerful tools than some of the other ones that we've looked at. Personalization, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5. There's some editability in some of these, especially if you know how to use things like After Effects, Premiere Pro, Adobe Photoshop. Reels and Shorts, I'm going to give this a 7. This is the highest. This is a higher score than the Sunday Social one because it's baked into the cost, not just an add-on. However, you'll notice that it's about the same cost as Sunday Social. So this is Brady's like base package. It is $49, where Sunday Social, it's like it jumps up on you as you add it on. And so we're gonna go ahead and give the cost factor about a 6, which brings his out to $27.40, which is, this is probably, and this one and Sunday Social are probably the most beautiful, like, of all the packs. Like, they just have professional designers on their team, and they just do an amazing job with their stuff. This one's a new one that I just came across. I got an email from Download Youth Ministry as a part of my Platinum membership that a service called the Sermon Multiplier is giving Platinum members a free trial for 3 months, some different credits to use their platform. And so this has got a lot of some social media components woven into it, but it's also got some other things like AI devotionals that it can create and develop for us. And so this is the most personalized option so far. What you do is you upload a video of yourself teaching, and then it creates and spits out for you devotionals, graphics, and reels. So ease, I'm going to give it a 6 on ease. Like, the actual platform's easy. You click upload, it uploads. But here's why I didn't make it a 10 on ease, is because you must have a video of yourself. And not every youth pastor has a video of themselves teaching. And so I happen to, that's part of our strategy. We post all of our long form videos to YouTube. So I had one that I could use as a test that was clean and didn't have any lower thirds that were going to get chopped off on the sides if I uploaded it. And it needed to be under 5 megabytes, which one of my videos was like 5.8. And so that was kind of a bummer, because I was like, well, I have to compress this in order to get it. And like, that's a whole nother like step. And there was no option to do that woven into the dashboard there. The personalization factor, I'm giving this one a 10. Like, my face, my voice, my sermon clipped into social media, my quotes, that it spits out for you. Like, you can't get more personalized than that. Reels and shorts, they do it. They give you 4 custom ones based off and clipped up from that video. And then finally, cost, I'm going to give it a 7 because if you're a platinum member, it's like a 1. And if it's just a little random added perk to it, like you weren't getting the platinum membership for this, fantastic. But if not, it is a little bit expensive because it's sitting there behind the platinum membership. Now, you realize this is another feature from Download Youth Ministry. So you compare this with the graphics pack, and now we might be talking melding kind of these two scores together because it's a couple of different angles of social media. So just something to consider there. That ends up being 33 out of 40. And then the final one is the winter seasonal social media pack. Here's how I found it. I actually made this one, but I do need a better SEO engineer. Listen, it's me. I'm the SEO engineer, which means it's not that good. But I actually got this text yesterday from a friend who said that I showed up in a ChatGPT search. So maybe something I'm doing is working. But here's what I noticed. Mine did pretty well versus some of these professionals. Reminder, I'm not a professional. I'm a professional and paid youth pastor, but that's it. Like, this whole social media thing, this is a side gig. Like, this is my guest bedroom before a dentist appointment that I have on a Friday on my day off. So like, that's, this is the back of my phone I'm talking into. But here's the thing. Here's my score. I'm going to give it a 9 for ease. And I'm not just saying that because it's mine. Like, I give you everything. I give you the videos and you take them and you post them. Okay. However, I'm going to give it a 9 because you still have to get your camera out and film yourself at some points because I care about the personalization side of it. I can't just give you the graphics. If I were doing just a graphics pack, I would make it as easy as all of the other ones. But I am asking you and your voice as a youth pastor or your students or your volunteers to become some of the faces and some of the personalities on your social media. But that's what makes it a 10 on personalization. Like, you look at my pack across my grid and my feed here, like, it's not just a bunch of like unfaced and unnamed graphics. Like, it is myself, my people, our student ministry. The reels and shorts, it's a 10. It is based on reels and shorts. There are more reels than static graphics. There's only one post type that is a graphic or a carousel post type. The rest are all based on short form, vertical video, TikTok, reels, YouTube shorts. And then finally, the cost, I'm going to say a 9. Bro, it's only $4 per month. Like, we had $15. We had completely free, but all it was like one like set of graphics. But we have $4 per month for 3 months of social media. Or you get this pack if you don't want to become a Hybrid Hero member at $4 per month. This pack standalone is $17.99, $18 for 3 months once again. So my total score is 38 out of 40. And so this is how I rank the social media packs for student ministries. These are the 4 things that matter to me, and the ease and personalization, reels and shorts, and cost. And these are the 4 things that I tried to lean in on my pack. And so if you find this video helpful, a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share would be amazing. And if you think that the winter seasonal social media pack would help be a game changer for you and your social media and your church's student ministry, I encourage you to go check it out and grab it right now. But until next time, my friends, and as always, don't forget, stay hybrid.